scrutinizing my face. "Be brave, Caspian." I nodded. "Someday you will save our court," my mother whispered in my ear. "Don't forget who you are. Nothing matters but your duty to the Winter Court, son. Not even us." She closed her eyes, tears clinging to her lashes, as she pressed her lips to my face, over and over again. The enchanted metal covering her hands bruised my skin. "Enough!" Edric said abruptly, grabbing my shoulders and yanking me back. My mother stumbled but caught herself. "Take the child to one of the guest rooms. He's innocent," Eric said. His words sounded kind, but there was something cold and gloating in the way he looked at my parents. "Make the boy comfortable. I'll see him later." "No," my mother said, her fingers grasping my shoulder for just 1 second before she was wrenched away from me. The anguish in her voice sent a wave of fury through me. I lashed out at the guard, throwing myself into him and knocking him backward. I managed to get my hand on his sword before he grabbed me. His fingers dug into my wrist, and he pulled back his arm to slap me. Herrick scolded, "Don't hurt him!" Another guard grabbed me around the waist. The guard, with gritted teeth, pulled my fingers off his sword. But as the second guard yanked me off the first one, I threw my weight back, then slammed my heels into the face of the first guard. He cursed, glowered at me like he would have hit me, but didn't dare. Yet. He shot me a look that promised revenge as he wiped his bloodied nose with the back of his sleeve, then grabbed my legs. The guards carried me toward the castle, slung between them. "It's like wrestling a sack of angry cats," one of them panted. In the distance, Herrick said, "Release them." My heart jumped. Now they could fight back. I fought to look over my shoulder, although the world seemed a windmill around me. The cold, crisp scent of winter magic hung in the air. My parents must be fighting back. I kicked loose of the guard, and as soon as they dropped me onto the cobblestones, I scrambled to my feet, ready to help my parents fight. But they weren't fighting. Their faces were etched with fear, and they seemed frozen in place. My father jumped in front of my mother, his arms outstretched, as if he could raise his magic. My mother locked eyes with me over his shoulder, and her gaze softened as she saw me. Her lips started to move in a last message, then froze. Color bled from their skin and clothes. Finally, but they were nothing but a pair of statues, caught in a moment of sheer terror. My mother was still staring at me, with eyes of marble. I screamed, rushing back toward them, but the guards caught me and dragged me through the gardens toward the castle, past elaborate topiaries, with a statue of a man picking apples. Now I knew the truth about the summer statues. I fought, and they cursed, but I couldn't break away. My feet slammed into the marble floor as they carried me into a long hallway open to the sea on the other end, a distant rumble. The shining of the sun on the sea seemed like it made a joke of what had just happened. The sun shouldn't shine like that when my parents were gone. Tears rolled down my cheeks. The guards gripped my arms, their hands punishingly tight, so that I couldn't brush the tears away. I didn't want the summer court to see me crying, but I couldn't catch my breath. Someday, I'd burn this castle to the ground. Nothing matters but the winter court.
Chapter 1. Elisa. Once our marriage vows were said, the world went mad. Tyrion's hold on the room fell away, his hands dropping to his sides. The look on his handsome face was stunned. I looked down on him from the dais, the vast length of the throne room between us, and the two of us locked eyes for a long second. His handsome face was icy, as if I'd wronged him, even though he'd bent the magic to force me to marry him. My jaw tightened as I stared back at him, and for a moment it felt as if we were the only two in the room. Then the chaos of the court broke the spell. As Tyrion's spell faded and the assembled high fae regained control of their limbs, they rushed for the doors. Nobility pushed and shoved and trampled each other in their desperation to flee. I lost sight of Tyrion in the chaos. One moment he was there, then he was gone. I finally found Duncan out in the crowd. His jaw was tight as he pushed his way through.